All right. Are you ready for the big St. Valentine's Day extravaganza?
Extravaganza. Yes.
This is the Long in the Boot podcast, the podcast coming to you from the heel of the boot of Southwest Louisiana. I am your host, G Long. Across the way is my lovely Valentine, Deb.
Hello, all.
How you doing?
Well, I'm doing well.
Oh, good. Glad to hear.
You know that, though.
Yeah.
You know when I'm not doing well. You got to live with it.
That's right.
Yeah. So you should be glad I do well most of the time.
It's a good thing.
Yes.
Prevents that whole murder thing. If you want to reach the Long in the Boot podcast, the email address, of course, is longintheboot@gmail.com. And if you want to go to the podcast website that I've been working on, yes. It is just longintheboot.com. But you can find all of the episodes all the way back to the beginning when I alienated nearly half of the listening audience with one episode. And
it has our bios.
And it has our bios, including the fact checkers,
even our staff.
I managed to get the about page up, but all the episodes are laid out nice and easy.
It is.
And so you got that going for you. Okay. And I'm still working. It'll come along.
It'll evolve.
Well, eventually I'll have a page of local businesses with links. And
is that ultimately? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's what I'm looking to do. And not necessarily local. They could not be local, and I'd still link them. That would be one of the fact checkers. And Bella's saying I'm a procrastinator, and she is
not wrong in that sense.
But anyway, so if again, longintheboot@gmail.com or just longintheboot.com for all your listening needs.
For looking at, you can go down the whole list and look.
Yes,
I need like a database. I need a printed database.
Probably will need one before
so that we can have all the titles, because I actually had to go back and look at all of the all the February episodes to see if we had actually talked about Valentine's Day in other countries.
I believe it's Valentine's Day.
You know what? I'm talking and just doing my normal speech, and it's going to come out the way it's going to come out. So I'm not playing Jeopardy here. If I add an S or don't, it doesn't.
No, I was adding an M for fun.
Valentine's
Day.
Okay. See, I thought you were attacking me. Okay.
Well, I feel better now. I think it is apostrophe S, right? St. Valentine's Day.
His day.
Yes, it's his day.
I guess if we're doing that.
Speaking of his.
Oh, speaking of St. Valentine?
Yes.
Okay.
This episode's going to go out a day early.
We are putting it out a day early because we had a special guest.
On St. Valentine's Day.
Yes. So
but who was St. Valentine?
Do tell, G Long.
I know you want to know. I know you do. I can see it in your face. St. Valentine, or San Valentino for the Italian.
I like that better, yeah.
Or Valentinius for the Latin. No. He was a 3rd century Roman saint. Well, I mean, not when he was alive. It came later.
Yeah.
And commemorated in Western Christianity on February 14th, and in the Eastern Orthodox Christian Church on July 6th.
Okay, well, that kind of holds to a lot of the Valentine celebrations around the world. Some of them aren't on the same day.
Okay.
Or they have multiple days.
Well, he is mostly associated since the Middle Ages with the tradition of courtly love. Okay. And if you don't know what courtly love is, it's not your normal idea of love today.
It's not romantic.
Well, it is romantic, but that's almost all it is.
Okay.
It's the idea of loving someone from afar, and people would trade letters and stuff, and it was
but not be intimate.
Never be intimate.
Well, like knightly or
that's the same thing.
Knight code. Yeah.
Yes, it's courtly love.
Okay.
He is also the patron saint of epilepsy and beekeepers.
Because love will make you have seizures, or bee stings will make you have seizures.
Well, maybe love will make you have seizures, And when you have no, I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I got nothing.
Okay.
Anyway, it says, I love this. St. Valentine was a clergyman, either a priest or a bishop. Well, yes.
He had to be a member of the clergy.
What other church was there at the time? In the Roman Empire, who ministered to persecuted Christians. And later he was, as many Christians were, martyred.
Oh.
And they have been, he was martyred, and his body is buried in the Christian cemetery on the Via Flaminia on February 14th. Apparently his body's still there. Go figure.
Well.
And it was the Feast of St. Valentine, and then eventually
they ate his body?
No, they did not eat his body.
Oh.
But it
was chocolate.
But it'd been cooler if they did. Anyway, they did, though, take a few relics here and there. So some of him is located in some other churches.
As they liked to do. It brought in the ticket holders. Yeah.
A couple of finger bones, and also they found some of him in a catacomb in Rome.
What about his googly bits?
You got me.
We don't know about his googly bits.
We don't. That's
is that wrong? But he's St. Valentine.
Well, we're just going to ignore those, I guess.
Oh, okay.
By the way, just for your own amusement, if you decide to go to Italy and look for St. Valentine, his skull, crowned with flowers, is exhibited in the Basilica of St. Maria Cosmedin, Rome. So you can go and look
and
at
actually
his skull.
See his skull in a clear box.
Yep.
Pyrex or whatever.
Correctamundo.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
Right. Well,
there you go.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's certainly a thing.
And it is a thing. So St. Valentine's.
Yeah. We don't celebrate, you and I.
No, I don't do Valentine's Day. I've kind of put my foot down.
Yes, you established early on.
First of all, I'm not Catholic.
Okay. The rest of the world does something for Valentine. It's just,
Get what you want.
I do.
Get what you want.
I get what I want.
And I'll show my love to you all during the year, not just on a special day.
And you do.
And I think the whole special day thing is kind of silly, but some people like it. Okay.
Well, I think my point to our guest today was just that if it's one day and that's all you get, you need to move on.
Basically, the world breaks down like this. Women like Valentine's Day.
And
men who say they like Valentine's Day are simply lying to please their woman.
Well,
and
there's
then there are
something to
the
be
men
said.
like me who go, Valentine's Day is stupid. You don't need one special day. You should be showing your love for the person you care about all during the year.
And you don't just say those words. You actually do those things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you say the words too, but.
Well, it helps. Yes, you need both.
And it's very important, of course, to get a shoebox and put a Valentine in it to give to your significant other.
A shoebox?
Yeah, that's what I recall.
Yeah, from school?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it okay.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Anyhow. So you got to do something special for Valentine's Day.
I did. I got to take over the control board and I sat in the big seat.
Wait, this control board?
Yes. And I could feel the imprint of your ass, but I sat in that chair anyway.
I can't believe you said that.
I did. I sat in your chair. I touched your buttons. I did.
You touched my buttons.
I touched several of the buttons.
Yeah, you push my buttons all the time, baby. And so I guess really, in the end, I'm not really going to be much.
No, you're gonna allow me to say what I did, and you're gonna.
Well, I want to apologize to all the listeners for the lack of Glenn in this episode.
Yeah, there's not a lot of G long here. You get about 15 minutes.
Some of you are probably going, yes.
Yeah, some may, and then others may be mad. I saw a review of the podcast at one point from like a year back, and they were asking for Habs back, which
hey.
Yeah.
Don't be slamming my wife.
There you go.
Don't make me come in there.
So I did see that. I saw your words. I think I even know who you are. Yeah. All right. So I did, in our ever pursuing joy that we feel for former students as they make their way in the world, because that's the only good thing I find in social media is being able to watch that growth.
I love it too.
Yes.
I admit it.
I say, come look at this baby. Look at these people's children.
My God, I'm old. Look at how old that child is
your
now.
Kid's an
that
8th
child
grader.
is 38.
I must be 90.
What happened?
So we always try to get, if we can, former students who are doing things to come into the studio. And my children grew up with two wonderful people, Brandie Love and her brother, and our kids, that they were friends. So we've known our
these folks for a long
guest for a very long time.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to just step on out of here.
You are, because we're going to talk about touchy-feely things.
You'll close out the show, though, right?
Things. I am, with my favorite love song.
Okay, cool.
So, I guess, audience.
Yeah. Well,
here is your Valentine long in the boot,
and I'll talk to you in a couple weeks, and it'll be up on Valentine's Day. So
Valentine's
there you
Day.
go.
Yeah, we're even giving it a day early.
How about that?
There you go.
All right.
Get out, man. Get out, testosterone. You don't need none of your input. All right. Here it is, our Valentine episode. I'm so excited. It's 2023 now. We've been doing this for 3 years, and this is the first time we're going to have a Valentine episode that's actually about Valentine. And we have a special guest in the studio that I'm going to be hosting today because I have taken over the seat. I don't know why Bella's mad about that, but, anyway. So today, keeping in our theme of having former students who are willing to come and sit in the chair and talk to us, we have a friend. And, I guess we've known each other for 30-ish, almost 30 years. Okay, so this is she'll be Brandie Love to me. Go ahead, Brandie, and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Brandie Baudin, Brandie Love Baudin. Yeah, I've known you a very long time.
Very long time.
Scarlett, your daughter, and me were best friends in high school, and so I've spent a lot of time in this
you've
room. Actually
been in this studio.
I've been in this studio,
which was formerly Scarlett's room. I don't even know if I said that word correctly. Formerly. That's a tough one. All right. So the reason that Brandie has come to grace our chair with us today is to promote her business, but also to give us some background. She's focusing in our area on women and all things related to being healthy, feeling good, and confident about yourself, and where that takes ladies, I guess.
Yes. So a little background, I was a crime scene investigator, forensic analyst for about 10 years. I graduated from McNeese. I have a degree in criminal justice and sociology. I really didn't know what I was going to do with it. I met some people, and I joined the Lake Charles Police Department.
Oh, okay.
And then from there, I left and went to Calcasieu Parish Sheriff's Department and worked in the crime lab. So
that is a common trail too, isn't it, to go from the city police to the Sheriff's Department?
It depends on what you wanted to do. So I couldn't move. I could never move up where I was.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't post certified. I wasn't a police officer, so I could never become a detective or anything like that.
Okay. But in the Sheriff's Department,
there was lots of places to move around. It's just a bigger agency. Yes. I never had plans to leave. I never had, in my head, because it's safe, the money, reliable, the money was good.
You had a retirement.
Benefit, everything. It was easy. I say easy in the fact of it was easy to stay.
Yeah.
I was good at my job. I was respected in my field. Oh my gosh, they sent me I went to Boston, Nashville. I went everywhere.
For conferences and trainings and things.
They sent me
it's
everywhere.
Very exciting.
It was fun. I met a lot of good people. I'm still friends with so many people, but I've always had like this, I guess, servant's heart, this loving heart.
Yes.
I honestly, it kind of started with you in yoga.
What? All those years ago in the library.
I didn't really, Scarlett was not into the yoga.
No, Scarlett didn't want to do. In fact, mostly students didn't. The people that came to the yoga that I taught for, 5-6 years, I think, in the library was they were usually people from out of the area.
Yeah.
And you were one of the few students who seemed to actually get it.
I feel like that's where it started.
Yeah.
I just kind of fell in love with the relaxation and the calming of my mind.
Yeah, the feeling.
And and then from then on, I've just kind of...
You continued to do yoga and work out and be health conscious during that time. I'm sure, especially working for the police departments.
Yes. So we did have incentives, obviously, for being fitter.
Teachers do too. You get a little discount on your health insurance, which at this point in history is really a benefit.
Absolutely. Well, the sheriff gave us an hour within our day to work out if we wanted to. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
nice.
I didn't get that, but that's nice. Yeah. Okay.
It was nice.
So but you did, there was an important reason that you were placed there because you met somebody? Did you? Is that where you met your husband?
I met my husband at LCPD.
Oh, before you left and went to the sheriff's department.
Before I left and went to the sheriff's department.
But see, that journey, it was still important that you take that one.
It was very important that I took that. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, nice.
So that's, I've always, like I said, I've always been into the health, the fitness, and then the beauty, of course. And then I got a little sick. I wasn't sure what was wrong. I work out, I eat right, I do the sun, I get all the things.
All the things you're supposed to do that we're told to do.
Right. And I couldn't, so I've come to find out my thyroid was messed up. I don't remember which one it was. I took medicine. It made me feel weird, didn't like it, found a holistic doctor in Lake Charles, Dr. Snow. He healed my thyroid. It took about a year, but through that journey, I was like,
without medication.
Without medication.
Because I feel like my journey over the last couple of years has just been take this pill, take this pill.
That's exactly.
Well, I've been taking these pills for 4 years and it's not healthy. Well, we'll trade and get something else. Well, I don't think that's healthy either. I've already not taken several things they've prescribed because I read about them.
And it just,
and it's like, that's not right.
Intuitively, you just know that I feel weird.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily sick or anything. I just felt
You felt different and off. But that's because you were sensitive to how you felt already. You've got to pay attention to that. And then
that didn't click for me until later.
Yeah. Experiences will teach you that at some point, right? You go, no, this is different and I don't like it.
And the doctor was like, you just don't like medication, do you? I was like, well, I guess not. Because I just don't, I'm not taking it. And so I went into more of a holistic route. And then, and obviously working at a police department, sheriff's office, it's very time consuming.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I was on call a lot.
Well, sure, because crime never sleeps.
Crime does not sleep.
No. What are you people doing? Go to bed.
Yeah, that's what I would say every time my phone would ring, 2 a.m.
Yeah, it's like, why are you committing a crime right now? If you stayed in bed, this is what I say that to Scarlett. You're a night person. That's when all the crime happens.
That's when she sees all the crazy stuff.
That's when everything happens. And she sees some crazy shit.
She should write a little memoir book. She
does. And I have tried to get her to come on here and share some of those. And
it would be so funny.
It's like between the two of us, though, they might have to bleep us every second.
That's okay.
It's like, can I do salty language here? And my listener said, salty language is fine. It's like, you don't understand if I bring Scarlett
on. Yeah.
Anyway. All right. So you got on that path. You started to, you felt better.
Okay. Yeah. And then... So I've always kind of had a side hustle.
Yeah. You have. You're a busy lady.
Yeah. I teach yoga. I've done spray tans and makeup for probably 11 years.
Quite a while.
Yeah. And that was like a weekend thing or like after work thing.
When you could get in.
And I talked to my husband probably let's say 3-4 years ago, like, you should let me retire and, do
my stuff.
Do this at home or, work from home kind of thing. And he's like, no. Like, cause he's very by the book. He wants, you have a retirement, you have insurance, all this.
He wants the stability and the knowing.
And then one day the body contouring kind of thing fell into my lap. And I said,
the training BS. Or the equipment or both?
The knowledge. I didn't know about it.
Oh, okay.
I've heard about cool sculpting and things like that. Never really heard of anybody having really good results with it. Again, I don't know, like, if anybody has done it and had good results.
And had good results, yeah. Well, they'll have to call in.
Right.
if you did and you want to, share your opinion, do it.
Yeah. And so when I had actually a girl that works at the sheriff's office tell me about it, they're like, you should do this.
Okay.
I said, oh, when am I going to have time? And I actually was like, that's BS. They're dehydrating people.
Yeah, they're just taking your moisture.
Like, what is going on? And so I see her the next week and she's like, hey, you really should look into this. There's a girl coming, or a company. She's a female. She owns this company and I cannot remember the name. I should have researched that before I left, but she was traveling from San Antonio and stopping at several larger cities and going back home and teaching a certification course for body contouring. And so I was like, okay, well, this is the second time. Like, let me just look into this.
Yeah, because you keep hearing about it.
Keep hearing about it.
Yeah, I got you.
Read the science on it. There's several PubMed, like things like that, studies on body contouring and cavitation rate, all that stuff. I went and had it done in Lake Charles. There was a girl that does it there. She's awesome. She's so sweet. And I saw results like that day. But then the results that I felt afterwards were even better. I felt clean, I guess, like cleaner.
In the cleanse sense, like you've had a body cleanse?
Almost, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what body contouring, I don't know if you want me to get into that for a second.
Oh, if you'd like to, if you want to. I know that's a service you offer.
Well,
and this is kind of where you started, other than the spray tan and the makeup, right?
Well, once I realized that this was something, there was something to this.
That you really noticed something.
I went to my husband with basically a business plan. Because like I said, he's by the numbers. I basically, like a PowerPoint. We're sitting outside and I'm like, I can do this. I can make something out of this. I love to love on people, especially women. I want them to feel good.
Yeah.
I get what it's like to have 2 kids, C-sections, and just feel
and
gross.
try to do all the things that society says we're supposed to do,
right?
And be, and what we are supposed to be.
And it's wrong.
It's too much.
It's too much.
And,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I said that there's this company coming and like I can do this. And he said, do it. I said, oh my gosh, I'm putting my 2 weeks in. I've got a supportive
person here.
Yeah. He was that's all he said. Do it. And I did it.
That's it. 2 words.
2 words.
Wow. That thinking about having somebody that supportive in your life to allow you to go out, because I know it was terrifying for you.
It was.
I would have been even thinking about retirement and knowing I'm still scared to turn in the paperwork after a year, Right. Just, right. But at some point.
And it was scary to go to my boss and tell her, and because she just looked at me like,
are you really doing this?
What?
Okay. How long ago? Tell me time frame wise, how long ago that was? Because you've been in this building now
since May.
Okay. I knew it hadn't been that long because it had been the t-shirt place. Mm-hmm. And then it was empty.
Yes. It was a monogramming. Mm-hmm. So it was a hair salon, monogramming, and then the t-shirt. Clark's design.
Yeah. And then she moved out and you took it over.
About 2 months later.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. Okay. Because there's so little in Longville and Ragley that if something opens,
we're getting it.
What is this? Everybody's talking. What is this?
Oh, they are. Yeah. They were. But before that, right when I left the sheriff's office, I moved into Tandy Thibodeau's salon, Magnolia
down
Blossom.
There next to Tibbs.
To Tibbs,
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she had a small room, and I rented that from her. She was so much help. Supportive. Again. Just like, I can't thank her enough, honestly.
There you go.
The support, the overwhelming support that she had. And then Miss Mina Thibodeau, everybody there was just amazing to me. And
they've always been wonderful.
Yes.
Always been wonderful to this town. I've said numerous times on here and to other people how helpful the Thibodeaus had been. getting jobs. Both of our kids, you know,
yes,
I mean,
we worked for Mina at the
when
Subway.
y'all were 16. So
first job,
there was nothing here.
There's nothing here.
And otherwise your children are having to drive, you know, into, 20, 30 miles and coming home late at night. And this prevented our kids from having to be on the road and just close. It was nice.
It was nice. And they're still doing that.
And so Tandy and the whole Thibodeau support, you're bound to succeed.
Oh, you're bound to succeed. Yeah. you have the Thibodeaus behind you. But, and so whenever that, I started there, it was great. I had good momentum. I knew at some point that I wanted body contour. I wanted to shift. I liked body contouring because I can be with somebody and like I'm learning about them, they're learning about me, and we're opening up and we're talking and beautiful things happen.
I was going to say it's like a healing because you're networking, but you're networking on a level that is so much more intimate than just talking to somebody at a desk.
1,000%. There was a lot of texts later that were like, thank you for talking to me about that. Like I don't get to open up.
That sometimes you just go away from a conversation and go, I don't know why, but I feel better.
I feel better.
I feel lighter. Because most people don't want to share with people they know.
Right.
Isn't that weird?
Absolutely. And that's when because I even wrote it down. I was like, I love this. I don't want to stop body contouring, but I want something a little bit bigger.
You want to blossom a little bit bigger. Yeah. So then you ventured off onto
integrative health practitioner. It's basically a holistic health coach if you want to. It's a fancy word.
When I got my first yoga certification, they had some of those classes as well. Cause out here in the 90s, there was not, you weren't.
That was weird.
You weren't getting yoga. You certainly weren't getting yoga in certification classes. So you had to do everything online to start. But then you venture out and you go in and you actually get classes. I had to go to Houston. I went to Kansas City at one point for yoga training. So you find I
got my cert online.
I did that for, more than a year. And then it was like, this is something I'm really feeling. So I'm going to keep doing that. But I didn't find the we talked about renting a place and all that. I just didn't feel the support. And so I didn't do it. Yeah. So anyway, I continue seeing young students and that there's my path right now. Right. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like we kind of talked a little bit earlier. That's your path right now.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to, it does not mean that that's what your trajectory is going to be for the rest of your life.
Well, no, because you go through phases of life.
Absolutely.
And that's exciting.
Yeah.
I think people should find that very exciting. Wherever you are right now, it may not always be like that. Right. So if it's not great, just know that you can make a change. Yeah. Or if it is great, you can take that even further.
Exactly. It's what I've built for me, and it's going to evolve.
Oh, it already has.
Yeah.
That's why I got excited. I'm like, I'm getting Brandie in here. We are going to talk about where she's going and all the things that she's been doing, because it's been really exciting watching you online.
Thank you. And I just want women especially to know, like, there are people and there are places that want to support you.
Yeah.
It's not real. Body contouring to me is not just about feeling beautiful. Like, I have a tight tummy or tight arms. Yes, I can help that. But there's also just a mindset shift because I also have 3 other different modalities that I use. One is a headset. It's called Brain Tap.
Yeah.
So you put it on and you basically travel to another place. Like,
nice.
It is meditative. You would love it.
All right.
It uses sound healing and light therapy with isochronic tones and binaural beats. And there's somebody kind of talking to you. Not all the time. There's thousands of different processes.
Yeah, but it's like a subliminal almost.
Speaks to your subconscious.
Yeah, okay.
You kind of, it's almost like a quick nap.
Yeah, like a little Shavasana.
Yeah, exactly.
Shavasana on 10.
On 10, yes.
There you go. Yes. I like it. We'll turn it to 11 next time.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, and you've had a lot of success with that, just people raving about. I saw your reviews on your website, and I think people are absolutely, the women that have done that, love that.
They love it. And then there's a PMF mat, which is pulse electronic magnetic frequency.
Yes, I've seen that. Well, have you seen that they're doing that in gyms now with the electric suit? Oh. It's a suit you put on, and I think it's the same concept as the little pads that stimulate, when you go to physical therapy.
Yeah.
And okay, so it's like that, but it's like full body. Wow. And it enhances your workout and increases the effect by multifolds.
Yes, that's exactly what this does, and helps reduce inflammation and things like that.
Man, that's it. That's why I said I'm tired of taking inflammation medication.
Yeah,
it's just years of it, and I know Google's not your doctor, but it's not lying about the fact that you should not be taking this every day. And I haven't had one doctor say, that's probably not healthy for your kidneys or your liver and all. And so I'm fed up.
I'm just fed up. And then, so you would be a great candidate for those 3 modalities. Well, I say 3 because the third one is I have a higher dose sauna.
Oh, wow.
So it has crystals, so just about 20 pounds of obsidian and amethyst crystals. So it kind of has those healing modalities in there with infrared, and then obviously the sweat part. So the sweat is a good detox.
Very purifying.
Very purifying.
I can't wait. This is why another reason I hate winter is I can't get outside and sweat. Yes.
And
I know I can sweat in my house, but I want to do it outside.
It's not the same.
Yeah, no,
you get that sun charge and everything.
I miss my yard.
I know.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's so beautiful.
It's not beautiful now, but thank you. I know it's still there. I know the beauty is underneath. It will spring again.
It will spring again.
Yes, it will. Well, okay. So you've got all these services. I know there's a hairdresser with you as well.
Her name is Leanne. So Leanne Peshoff. You probably know her as that.
Of course I do.
Yes. And but her married name is Birch. So Leanne Birch. She owns Southern Hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she has a chair within your space.
Yes.
Okay.
She's on like the north side.
Yeah. Okay.
But she's great.
I know. I've seen some of her updos,
and she's just.
It is the season.
It is the season.
And then prom is about to come. You're just going to be endlessly busy.
It's been busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might get a small break in the heat of summer, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
So the summer is not. Nobody's getting spray tans
for sure.
Especially,
there aren't the same kind of events. So
they might come in for a little body contouring, like, hey, I want to look a little good for my summer vacation.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So make your plans, ladies. Think about all these things. These services, you're going to go and read about them at the Gleaux Holistic Wellness page on Facebook. And when you spell Gleaux, you need to Louisiana that spelling, baby. GLEAUX, of course. So Gleaux Holistic Wellness. And you read about the services. There's a website you can also go to. And I believe you're on Instagram. What else do you do?
So I am on Instagram.
You're the hashtag queen, lady.
Yeah. Well, everything makes it so easy. You can just like add your own hashtags and
it takes you there. Yeah.
It's done.
It takes you there.
And if you have some listeners that are not from this area, I also do integrative health coaching online. So
online or
it's more
Zoom.
of a mindset.
Okay.
We just kind of talk.
And meal plans. I know that's another service you offer.
Yes, in a way of like I'm not providing a meal plan as far as it's a holistic meal plan.
We're not a dietitian. We're not doing that. Okay,
no,
so that's
it's just a clean, natural.
To aid in the anti-inflammation treatments. If you're going to do something, you might as well take it the whole way around. Don't half-ass it, ladies.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because it only works if you do.
Yeah.
That's everything.
And you know what? If somebody shows up at your door, I'm going to assume that she's ready for a change.
She's ready. Exactly. You're ready for a change.
I think the Chanel, there's a quote that I love that she said that when a woman sits down in a chair to get her hair cut and she asks for something different, she's ready for a full change.
Absolutely.
There's something about her life that she's going to make a difference in.
Yeah.
So I like that idea. Wonderful. All right. Now, so we've got the past. We've got a little bit of the present where you're at now. And, well, what do you think you're going through? Where are you headed as I hit my microphone?
So I really, really want to evolve into more of like a holistic mindset coach era. There are some things that I'm working on right now, like a professional website and blog, because I do want to do courses on how to jumpstart a spray tan business, how to jumpstart a body contouring business.
There you go.
And also mentorships
to support other ladies in getting started in following a path or a dream that they want to. Because again, there's nothing out here for ladies to do. You know, you're watching somebody else's kids or you're doing those kind of things. But is that building what you want?
What you want, yeah.
I was going to say fulfill you, but I don't know that.
Right.
I don't know that that's ever.
Yeah. No, you're right.
What happy? Am I happy? Well, yeah, some days.
But that's not reality.
Yeah.
Every day is not. Reality.
We're back balance. I preach that all the time here is 1000%. Balance. And you're always trying to find that.
It's an ebb and flow. And that's what I try to tell Michael. They're like, you always look so happy. I'm like, well, you also don't live with me.
Yeah. You're not here 24/7.
Not here 24/7.
I can't tell you how many junior girls I've said this to, but you don't really know somebody until you live with them. And if they tell you they love you in the first month, no, run away.
Run away.
Because they don't know.
They don't.
When you said earlier, I think that idea that as you search and you're having your ups and downs and you start to notice, wait a minute, I feel I'm sad right now. Oh, there's something in my life that's out of balance.
Exactly.
But if you're not careful in paying attention to yourself, because maybe you're giving everywhere else because you're trying to have the perfect life.
Yeah.
You don't recognize the shift in your balance.
Yeah.
And you got to figure it out.
You have to figure it out because a lot of times your triggers aren't because of your spouse or your kids or your friends or whoever you see.
Yeah.
It's because of something that has to do with you.
Yeah. And you just don't recognize it.
You have
right
to dig
away.
deep. Yeah. And ask yourself, why is she or he triggering me?
Yeah. Why am I mad about this? Oh, maybe I need to get off Facebook or go outside and dig in the dirt or do something. Yeah. There you go. Absolutely. Go do a yoga class.
Go do a yoga class.
I miss that.
Come to
so
yoga
much.
at South Bow Fit.
I can't do all of those things anymore.
I know.
It has changed. It definitely has. But that's okay. I'm doing what I can. So we're there. All right. Well, future. Did we do that?
Yes. So
we
in
did.
the future,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did the future.
I was like, wait a minute. I thought I lost track. I was looking at our time.
Started talking. Yeah.
We got off on a different little rabbit hole. That is okay, though.
Yeah.
My favorite saying of all times, my mantra is life is a challenge, not a chore.
Mm-hmm.
So when you start feeling it's chore-like, then something has to give for you. Find a project, destroy something, and
destroy something and recreate something. Yes, I love that. That's exactly what I feel like has happened.
Yeah, because you didn't destroy it. It's still there, part of you all those years at the sheriff's department, but you've let that go. You've washed that away and picked up something new and added to your knowledge of humanity, because you don't work in that field, without understanding a good bit about people and the struggles they face.
Absolutely. It was very eye-opening coming from here and working.
Oh, kind of isolated out here.
Yeah.
Because it's country.
I can remember looking, I'd worked a scene and I got back to the office and I looked at she's one of my best friends. Her name's Jennifer. And she had started that crime scene division at LCPD.
Oh,
she had been there probably 18 years at this point. And I looked at her and I said, does it get easier?
Oh.
And she looks dead stare and says, no. And she walked away.
But somebody has to do that.
But somebody has to. They need people like us.
Yeah, that can do it. But you're awfully empathetic as a woman. That must have been really hard.
Yeah, it was hard. But I knew that they needed women or people like me that cared and wanted to do a better job.
Did you compartmentalize? Is that how you handled that?
Yes.
When it was something really difficult?
Yeah. I would try to leave it all at work.
Yeah.
It didn't always. It didn't always work. I still can't. There's a couple things that
stay with you.
Stay with me.
Always. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that adds to the humanity that you have for others.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to take us in a different direction now. I started to, but I felt the need to ask that.
Okay.
Because it was something I wanted to know, just knowing you. And I always thought that when Scarlett said, criminal justice and going to grass, like, man, she is an awfully sweet person to do that job.
I never, that never crossed my mind to ever do that. it literally was, I just met the two women that are now one of my closest friends. They worked in there. I met them. They're like, hey, we're hiring. I was like, okay.
Yeah. Right.
And I went and,
That's, because he's like Scarlett, I could absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. I can see that.
Scarlett is hard about many things, I guess, and could definitely, I could
she
see
can handle it
because I know she would compartmentalize. So I figured that would be how I would have to handle it as well.
Yeah,
I would have to do that. But now we're going to shift gears and do what Long in the Boot normally does, which is a little bit of a history, a little bit of now, and I don't know where Love and Valentine's Day is going in the future. I guess I have to go back to AI again. We're going back to the internet and technology for sex in the future. But what about love, Brandie Love? What about love in the future?
Love in the future. Well, since like you said, we are all about the internet, but I just think that if I were to take love into the future, I would rather it be more connections.
Yes. Actually, people talking to people. That seems to be so rare now that would be the sexy thing.
Put this down. Put your phone down.
Exactly.
Turn it over.
And look at each other. That's why I told Glenn that. This is our date time. At twice a month, we sit here because you see, how often
I'm staring in your eyes.
I know. How long do you do that with people? We don't.
Even when you're sitting at dinner, you kind of have your phone, which is...
Yeah. And you're
I'm bad about it too.
Yeah. We all.
And I'm like, oh, real quick.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe somebody outside of you wanted to talk to me.
Yeah.
But you're here.
Yeah. Right.
I'm here for you. So Valentine's Day, of course, goes all the way back to the Romans. It's got a long past. However, it was certainly not what we have today. Ancient Rome, but really, we need to thank the Victorian era for that.
Oh.
Yes, those are the ones. Middle of 18th century, friends and lovers in all social classes were exchanging gifts and handwritten notes. But by the 1900s, they began printing cards, so there's the money, which is really, you can't get away from that. Improvement in printing and technology, technology always improves everything. So they're out there sending these cards to each other, and they get postage rates that are really cheap. So just everything kind of fell in line to start this popular Valentine's Day greeting card business. Actually, it was a woman. I think I've talked about this lady before. Her name was Esther Howland, and about 1840s, Esther started actually making little cards with lace and things like that. Wow. Some of them were selling for like $50 then. Yeah. Well, ultimately, though, she was an entrepreneur, and she started hiring other women to make the cards too, to do little decorations and pin things to them. And so you would send those to people you really cared about. If you didn't really care about them, well, you might make something.
You might just make something. Yeah.
I think we're back to, you need to make something for me now. That's a lot nicer. So we get through that, and the Brits loved it. And let's see, what else do we have? This was my favorite part. Valentine's Day, as loving and caring as we are with each other, we didn't always love and care for each other. So there used to be a thing in the Victorian era called vinegar Valentines. Oh. Vinegar Valentines were when you would send something offensive to somebody. To my Valentine, 'tis a lemon that I hand you and bid you now skidoo. Because I love another, there's no chance for you. Oh, isn't that lovely? Yes. Yeah. So vinegar Valentines. Another one was a picture of a woman throwing a bucket of water on a man, telling him, that he's all washed up now. Yeah, he's done. I don't want you anymore.
I don't want you. It's over.
Yes, they didn't call them vinegar Valentines at the time. They were just mocking or comic Valentines, but their tones could be really caustic, and you could actually get them and send them to, well, pretty much all kinds of people. You could have one for all sorts of professions. Where is it? I've lost my list of professions. Teachers. Your mailman, and I don't know why you'd want to offend your mailman like that. Yes, cards could be sent to liars and cheats, of course, and guys who are very flirty, and one for alcoholics. Oh. Yeah, they need a card too.
They need cards too.
Do you know anything, Brandie Love, about Valentine in the world?
No.
Who celebrates it?
Everybody.
Yeah. It's true. Everybody. Yeah. Argentina does it. They have a thing called the Sweetness Week. So it's a whole week for people in Argentina. And they do celebrate it on the same day as us. China has one. That comes from a traditional Chinese tragic love story. And they started celebrating a Valentine. Denmark has joke Valentine letters as well. Yeah. That you can send to your loved ones. And let's see, Germany, of course. Germany, it's for adults, not for children. Children don't get to do Valentines at school.
Germany?
No. Oh. No, the Germans don't put up with that.
You know what? I love it.
Yes. It's all about the adults. And Denmark, they don't actually sign their Valentines. They just put dots. And if you figure out who the card was from, on Easter, you get a treat.
Oh.
Is that weird?
No.
Yeah, so they don't sign it. They don't put secret admirer. They just put dots, I guess, like Morse code or something.
Like your dots are your signature.
Yeah, and
they're
then they have
to you.
You have to figure out who your admirer is, and if you do that, you get an Easter egg.
I like that.
Oh, I wonder if the egg is for fertility then.
Oh gosh.
That takes it up a level.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to birth with you. I don't. Okay.
Yeah, please don't send me one.
Don't send me an egg. We don't.
Don't send me an
Two's
egg.
enough. Two's enough. In Germany, one of their favorite symbols for Valentine's Day is the pig.
Oh.
They like pigs. That's a very big thing for them. It symbolizes luck and lust. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would have never.
No. Bunnies, I understand.
Yeah.
But pigs, I didn't. So just a different level, I guess. Japan does it too. Japan has one on February 14th for the ladies, and then the men have to reciprocate on another day. The second Valentine's Day is called White Day, and that one the men have to reciprocate with a much more expensive gift than the woman gave them on Valentine's February 14th.
I like that.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Okay. And it gives them time.
I'm going to adopt that.
Yes, because we can buy something small now, and then in a few months, you can afford something bigger.
Right.
Yeah. So get to it, man.
Yeah.
Get to it.
Start thinking.
South Korea, they have a regular westernized Valentine's Day, and then they have the White Day, just as the, you can hear my papers, just as the Japanese do. However, they also have a Black Day, which is for Koreans who are single. And if you're single, you get to celebrate on April 14th.
Oh.
And you eat black noodles that day.
I wonder what they're made of. Or
I don't know. I can't pronounce it.
Oh, okay.
Jjajangmyeon noodles? Jjajangmyeon. I don't know. Anyway, you're single in South Korea, you get a day, and you're going to wear black, and you're going to eat black noodles. Taiwan also has one. So, love is strange around the world.
Yes. And
the way we show it to each other can be very strange.
Yes, and it's different across different cultures.
Yes.
That's interesting to me.
They see it in different ways. Of course, they still have the same, flowers have always been, and the color you send, makes a difference. So be aware of the
animal representation.
So you could send somebody a bunny, an egg, or a pig and still be within Valentine's legitimately. Yeah. I don't think you should send an American woman a pig, though.
No.
Probably not.
No,
we wouldn't like that. Are you expecting a Valentine?
We aren't big on that.
Okay.
We just is it bad? Because even on our anniversary, we're both like,
I don't even.
Oh my gosh, today's our anniversary, and that was January 30th.
Oh wow. Okay, so it just happened. Yeah, we often forget ours, except it's a Friday the 13th. We got married, so if it's actually that day, we remember it. But other than that, we don't always remember it. We don't celebrate Valentine because I have agreed since we first got together that it's a BS day, and all these years later, I get what I want anyway.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm saying we don't make big to-dos about it.
No, we get what we want. If it takes just one day for you to get a signal that you're loved, you need to go and love yourself some more and find somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
If that's the only day you get.
Yeah. I also understand that maybe it's like just a special day just to bring it up a notch.
Yeah. You could just nice things. One of my girls said, Miss Long, if he just makes me something, I said, makes you something like, what do you want him to make? I want him to try to like make me some cookies. Oh. Or, she just wants him to make some effort in any way. Yeah. He doesn't need to buy her anything. Yeah. So guys, you don't need to buy something.
No, absolutely not.
No, please. And if you've got that girl, then maybe you need to love yourself more and go on. And because the guys, they have a hard life too.
They do. Absolutely. They do. And they have a lot on their plate.
They
think they have anxieties like women do.
Yes.
They might be channeled differently.
Well, then now there's where you branch out, Brandie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. We need to get the guys in on this.
Need to. And it's for everybody.
It is. It is.
It's for
guys have brains,
too. Guys have brains, too.
They have inflammation.
Yes, they do.
Poor G Long just had a staph infection in his finger. Yeah, it was horrible.
Oh, gosh, it was...
Mr. Long, why weren't you here yesterday? Because of my finger. Yeah, but it was completely swollen. It was huge. It looked absurd. Yeah. It wasn't obscene. It was absurd. Yeah. So anyway,
sweet thing.
So men have inflammation too,
they do.
And they could benefit. You probably aren't really set up as a guy.
Not really. Yeah. I don't. Not that I wouldn't.
Couldn't the brainwave that easily be a male?
Yeah, and you can definitely get in the sauna.
And
it would
okay,
help.
not body contouring. Maybe that's a little uncomfortable for everybody.
Yeah, a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, and if it's not uncomfortable for him, then there's. Go somewhere else.
Yeah, and I'm not discriminating. I as a female, I would kind of.
It's
just more. I enjoy doing the women more because we can connect and talk and kind of
be on. But eventually, you could have guys trained, and they could be doing their own business. When you were saying, branch out in that sense, and they could join in and do it.
Right.
Because there are a lot of male holistic health, obviously.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So there's a market for that too.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yes. Even in Longville. We're progressing, baby. Longville is moving into the future.
It is.
We're about to get our second hardware store.
Yes. We are.
Although I think the Singer Supply was first.
I believe so.
In Singer, but so I'm hoping they'll have a lot of other stuff. Maybe more gardening stuff as well. And that we don't have any more hurricanes or tornadoes.
And can the rain just stop?
Because
our dogs.
It's
a lot.
I know. As we've said, I think we started the show with that idea. Yeah. Life is a lot. And in Southwest Louisiana, we have a lot as well.
Yeah.
Of weather. A lot of weather. Well, Brandie, do you have any other thoughts, any ideas or things you want to share?
No, I just thank you.
This
has been like a bucket list thing. I've always wanted. I've talked about starting a podcast just mainly geared towards talking about my journey and bringing other women on with their journey, not specifically geared towards entrepreneurship, just about how my mindset has shifted over the years and like
as example training ideas, I guess, to how to help yourself,
and just little boxes that I didn't know were closed, but they've opened, and I'm like, oh, there's my little flower. Okay, she's good. And then I'm opening and
branching out. Yes.
Yeah, and it just feels good. Yeah. Like you said about knowing what you like. I know something's wrong. I just can't figure it out. I know it's not right.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of
try things until you learn more about yourself. Really, that's what this is. Yeah. It's the journey of learning about yourself.
And it's never going to end.
No, it never ends. And
that's okay.
It's easier as you get older because you can see more, and I don't have to rush the way you're at a different phase in life. I've already done the kids young and all. So each phase of your life is going to have different challenges and different things you need to recognize the shifts and the changes and how you feel about all that.
And that your life is magical. It can be.
Yeah, it can be.
That doesn't mean it doesn't come without challenges.
No, you're going to have the mud.
Yeah. Oh, the mud's there. 1,000%.
The mud is coming in. It's coming in on their four little...
every single day.
And then they're going to jump on your white bed.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So y'all feel me. You know. All right. I'm going to wrap up this Valentine special. I feel like we had a little gift. We had a guest
on Valentine, on Love Day.
On Love Day, that's right. So you're gonna get love on love, and I want you to think about where you are, find your balance, and always remember that your joy is portable, and you're going to take that out into the world with you. And wherever you are, that's where your happiness is. So I do want to wrap it up with, and this is I guess a little guilty pleasure of mine. And since it first came out, I don't know, in 2014, this is the love song that I listen to every Valentine's Day, because there is just something so joyful about, well, these guys screaming at me. I'm going to play my Puma Hooligans for Valentine's Day. Enjoy.
I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy.
I'll be your hope, I'll be your love, be everything that you need.
I love you more with every breath, truly, madly, deeply do. I will be strong, I will be faithful, cause I'm counting on a new beginning, a reason for living, a deeper meaning. I wanna stand with you on a mountain, I wanna bathe with you in the sea, I wanna lay like this forever, until the sky falls down on me. And when the stars are shining brightly in the velvet sky, I'll make a wish, send it to heaven, then make you wanna cry. The tears of joy for all the pleasure and the certainty that we're surrounded by the comfort and protection of the highest power in lonely hours. The tears of power.